It's his second time through and he hasn't even taken a hit yet. He's a wizard.
Do you realize how many outside systems I've gone into? How many programs I've appropriated?
You were recruited by the Star League to defend
the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Just keep your Power Gloves off her, pal, huh?
Damage report! Guidance system out. Auxiliary steering out. Defense! She won't answer the helm. What do? We die.
Welcome to the Gamers Must Die podcast. I'm your host, Ben Mallahan, here with my co-host, Alex Moreau.
How's it going, y'all?
I got it right this time, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Good job.
And fill-in co-host, Becky Campbell.
Hello.
Becky is a writer who's going to be doing some writing for the website, on the blog and whatnot. So Jared is dead, and we needed a fill-in. No, actually, Jared is in Disneyland right now.
Dead in Disneyland.
Dead in Disneyland. He died on It's a Small World. It's really tragic. So he'll be back next week. So, Becky, just give us like a 30-second bio. Put him on the spot here.
I'm a student. I'm a geek journalist. I love video games and anything nerdy.
That was
Really
less
short,
than 30 seconds.
but I think I covered it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, proper, concise.
Yes.
No, that was very concise.
It's
very
my
good.
elevator pitch.
Well, we have a lot of news to talk about today, so let's get right into some gaming news. Okay, Alex, what do we got?
Well, let's see here. In this month's news, Xbox One sales are rising.
They're rising, huh?
Yeah, they're rising. Although that's not really saying an awful lot considering it's still dragging behind PS4, and both of them are dragging behind the Nintendo 3DS.
Well, that's comparing apples to oranges, isn't it? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
just 1 second. I
Yep.
actually wrote down notes, and I left my notes on the ottoman.
I'm just going to leave this in the podcast.
God
Just
damn it.
show how unprepared you are. She's now walking over the ottoman to get her notes. She's bending over into her bag. I'm just going to narrate this whole process. She's searching frantically for her notes. She's not really making any progress. What do you think, Becky?
I don't know. I don't know if she's going to find it.
I'm really disappointed, actually. I'm
you're lagging
terribly,
behind.
terribly disappointed. Oh, she's still
okay.
frantically searching.
It's okay. I'm over here drinking alcohol.
Oh,
so.
sweet. Awesome. You are the first person to come into the studio and grab an alcoholic beverage other than me and Jared. So I'm very proud of you. I
I'm
think
an
Sarah's
adult.
underage, but Alex totally could.
I'm an adult here, I think.
Awesome.
Maybe.
Awesome.
Guys, so it looks like I left my notebook at home
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
because I'm a fucking tool. So
All right.
I don't have my statistics on me, so it looks like Sarah is going to have to fill in some statistics for us
All
during
right,
halftime.
Ombudsman, we'll talk to you at the halftime checkup for the exact statistics then.
But we do have that the sales are rising. PS4 and Xbox One sales are approximately 60% higher than the 360 and PS3 sales were on their comparable quarter.
Oh,
so
okay.
15 months into sales of PS3 and Xbox 360 are 60% behind sales of PS4 and Xbox One 15 months after their release.
Wait, so Xbox One's doing better
Xbox One is doing better. That was more just to say that console sales on the whole
or up?
are up.
From where they
60%
were
sense.
equivalent PS3, Xbox 360.
Exactly,
era.
from the time of the
Gotcha.
previous consoles releases.
Okay,
There
that's
must
cool.
have been a less complicated way of saying that, but it's just eluding me right now.
I think you kind of
so.
just said it backwards. You're still so flustered from having to search through your bag on the
so
air.
flustered. I feel
What I didn't tell you is
so-
that I actually stole your notes just to make you feel like this.
Bitch,
So
that was a moleskin. That was like $30. You got to pay up.
whoa,
know.
nice, jeez. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I wonder, it's been so long since we had next generation of consoles. Maybe that's part of it. People were kind of just ready to upgrade. I don't know.
I was
Total
when I got
speculation.
mine.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
was
also
so
appealing
ready.
to like a wider range of people. It's
Yeah.
becoming more family oriented as like entertainment centers. So a lot of people who weren't ever really into the video game aspect are getting consoles just so that they can use them as media centers.
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you that I was never a fan of Kinect on 360. I never had one. It always just looked stupid to me.
It looks so stupid.
I know. And there was never any games. Kinect on Xbox One is just as stupid for games, but it's kind of nice for navigating the home media.
I've heard that's had some problems in the past. I knew someone who said he was eating in front of his television and it noticed that he was like pulling his hand up to his mouth and it would go off. They
Oh,
would just
really?
recognize him, and they'd be like, "Do you want to go to this game?" And he's like, "No."
Yeah, no, I had problems with that at first. I actually had to turn the hand gesture thing off or something like that. I don't know what I did, but yeah.
Oh no, it definitely had its flaws. Like 360 Connect, we
Yeah.
had that over at my family's old house, and my brother is black, and it wouldn't recognize him. Every time we turned that thing on and we were trying to play like Dance Central, it would just be like 2 players. We're like, no, there's 3 people here. Ramon is also here. You have to acknowledge Ramon.
Are you serious?
Yeah. But maybe
Wow.
we just had really shitty lighting, and he was just much too camouflaged.
Oh my gosh, that's well, I mean that's hilarious, but
Yeah, we all thought it was pretty fucking hilarious. I think it just has something to do with the contrast. Like
yeah,
the,
okay,
Yeah,
so
that
it's
makes
too
sense.
too dim of lighting then.
Exactly, because I also saw an image the other day taken from a person trying to play something on the Kinect where it registered his door as a playing individual because he had a white door next to him, and it was just like, player 2 is ready. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
There's no one else here.
That's funny.
I also want to say that on the note of the Xbox One sales rising, that's been partially attributed to the reduction in price. I remember that.
Right.
So it is $50 cheaper than it was originally.
So, well, originally it was 500 because I bought mine last year for 500 because it had the Connect with it.
Oh, okay. No, it's $50 cheaper from the 400 price
Right.
prior to
So
Christmas.
now they
I
sell it
believe.
sans Connect.
Yeah, they do, which is really nice. That's the one we got because we didn't want to connect. We said, no, we don't want that thing because that's
Yeah.
just really fucking annoying.
Right. I mean, I knew that it was when I bought my Xbox One last year. I knew that eventually that version was coming out, but I was like, screw it. I want to play whatever I wanted to play right then. Yeah. So I bet that's due to the price drop significantly. Because I mean, I've seen it for as low as 300 now, bundled with games,
Jeez.
like on specials and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Special deals.
yeah.
I think we got
Originally
it for like
the-
$2.99 with a game or two on ours, actually,
Really?
right before Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, originally the 350 price tag was some sort of special promotion, but that special promotion has just never ended. So.
You know what's funny is Nintendo brought the Wii U down to $250 over Christmas. And I thought that was an awesome price point for it, and they
Yeah,
bumped
that's
it back
fucking
up.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's been 300 ever since, and like their sales boosted up. I don't know by how much, but I know the sales increased. But I'm really disappointed. I want to buy a Wii U just so I can talk about Wii U games on this podcast. And plus, there's some games I want to play, but yeah, I'm refusing to do it until it goes down to $250 because that $50 really matters to me a lot.
You can get an extra game with that $50.
I could an extra game for another system because there's not a whole lot of games for
that's
Wii U. Okay, what's next in news?
Let's see here. We have Nintendo announces a partnership with, and correct me if I pronounce this incorrectly, Sarah. Dana?
Nope.
Dina?
Nope. I know the
Okay,
answer
what
to
is
this one.
it?
It's actually DNA.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's DNA.
Why would you print it like that if it was meant to be pronounced DNA?
I think I didn't capitalize the A. I think but it's like D, D-E, and then N-A.
Okay, the capitalized NA would make sense.
Yes.
That would read
I
properly.
capitalized the N, but not the I'm very sorry.
Yeah, you fucked me over royally, Ben.
I just embarrassed
God
you.
Damn it. All of my viewers are like, what the fuck? Or listeners. God damn it.
Yeah, see, you were just
All of the
you're a wreck
listeners
today.
are just like,
I
what
blame
the
it on
fuck is she
finals.
talking about?
So DNA, Nintendo announced their partnership with DNA.
Yeah, to port some of their games to phones.
Well, really, it's just to bring their IPs to smartphones. I'm going to correct you again.
Okay, continue.
You're the shit without your notebook.
I'm
You were
lost.
so on the ball last week, and now you're just falling to pieces now.
Well, this means that you can get like Mario on your smartphones, right?
Eventually, yes,
Is that what
right.
I'm hearing?
But what they said, and actually, I'm going to play some clips here from their press conference today. And it was Mr. Iwata. Yeah, okay, however you
Iwata.
pronounce it, Iwata.
I know that one.
Good.
Speak Japanese,
All
yeah.
So DNA, for those of you who don't know, which I didn't know before today, they make one of their branches is really big into making smartphone games.
Okay.
So, and shitty free-to-play cash grab microtransaction games at that. But
Oh, yeah, delightful.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
Trivia Crack.
But also a big part of what they do is like web infrastructure and stuff like that. So this partnership extends beyond the smartphone thing. But here's Iwata through a translator explaining the value of their IPs and what they're going to be doing.
Please also note that even if we use the same IP on our dedicated video game systems and smart devices, we will not port the titles for the former to the latter just as they are. There are significant differences in the controls, strengths, and weakness between the controllers of dedicated game systems and the touchscreens of smart devices.
Oh, shit.
We have no intention at all to port existing game titles for dedicated game platforms to smart devices, because if we cannot provide our consumers with the best possible play experiences, it would just ruin the value of Nintendo's IP.
The voice they chose was so cute.
I know. Isn't that
It's
weird?
adorable.
The other guy, the DNA CEO, had a different translator voicing him, and it was like just like a normal sounding guy. So I don't know why they had like this little lady. She sounded like a little lady.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little lady inside this translation box. So they are not going to necessarily just flat out port a bunch of games to smartphone.
Which is so smart because they were right. They're not the same kind of controls, and if they screw it up, it'll be bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have you guys played any of the console games that have been ported to smartphones? Like kind of just like a quick port. Like, for example, like a lot of the PS2 era Grand Theft Autos were ported to smartphone. You ever play those?
I haven't. I've looked at them, but I knew that they wouldn't play the same.
Yeah.
And because I like having the controller in my hand, I like feeling it, and I knew that the phone was gonna be completely different. So I said absolutely not until they can fix stuff.
I mean, I played like old RPG ports and stuff like that on my phone, or like there was a really ridiculous Sims port that I got while I was bored in an airport, and we'll never go back to that. But yeah.
So
overall, I've been kind of dissatisfied with the way that these games translate to smartphones.
Oh, yeah,
so
me
we'll
too.
see how it happens this time around.
now I've played some games made specifically for smartphones that I really enjoyed.
Yeah,
but yeah,
definitely.
I've never played a port that really felt right, I guess.
Or I've played a few indie titles that are available on like smartphone and on Steam, and those
Yes.
Yeah,
seem
those
to
are
do
great.
just fine.
Yeah.
because they know what they're doing, and they're just not in there for the cash.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
not just some
This-
other company randomly porting a console game over to,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so these are going to be new games created with Nintendo IPs. You'll see a Mario game for smartphones, but it won't just be like a port. So
Okay,
That'll be
good.
awesome.
okay. So there's that. And the big thing here is, like I said, this company's big on infrastructure and whatnot, web infrastructure. So what they're going to be doing is helping Nintendo create a membership system, an online membership system, finally. Because right now, if you buy a Nintendo console, it's not like Xbox or PlayStation where you have a user account. You just can sign in on multiple devices with and whatnot. Your game purchases are tied to your freaking console. So if you buy games on a Wii, they're tied to that Wii, and getting them transferred over to another system is a big, huge pain in the ass. Like a lot of people experience this lately with the new 3DS. That would be the new 3DS. When they were upgrading, is that you had to do this complicated system transfer to get your games over. It wasn't as simple as, signing in with your account and then re-downloading your games or whatever.
Okay, I was wondering about that. So you can get the games that you purchased through eShop by this really long, complicated system onto your new 3DS?
Long and complicated is probably not totally accurate. But yeah, it's a bitch of a process. It should be easy, and it's just stupid.
Gotcha. It
'Cause
should be
they
easy
still
as
don't have an
signing
account
in.
system. Right. So, in 2015, they don't have an account system yet for their...
You really need to. It's
Yep.
really ridiculous.
So this is what that company's going to be helping them with as well. So let me play this too. There's two pillars, as they say, of what they're doing together.
As Mr. Iwata explained earlier, our new business alliance has two components. One is to jointly develop and operate gaming apps that use Nintendo IP for smart devices. The other is to build together Nintendo's new online membership service. These are the two pillars that we will be working on together.
So
I can
there you
totally get behind that.
No, I don't know for sure if they're talking about membership for their consoles and whatnot. But they have to be.
It could be another thing like Club Nintendo.
So, yeah.
Club Nintendo is pretty bleh.
Yeah.
And didn't they recently just close that down?
They did.
Yeah, I was kind of sad because I actually had a couple, 100 save points in there. And
Yeah,
I was
well,
like,
they released a bunch of different rewards that you could spend your points on, and they're like, all right, guys, cash in. Cash in now.
Okay. At least they gave some warning and stuff. So.
Yeah, well, I never had that enough, like exactly what they were giving it for us. And I was like, I'm not going to buy any new games. So I'm just like, I'll just let it go.
So another thing that was mentioned today at the press conference, and this is today, Tuesday when we're recording this, we're going to release a podcast on Thursday, was they referenced this thing called the NX, our next generation platform. They said it's the NX. And immediately it was like, well, why the fuck are you talking about the NX, or this your new system, at this press conference where you're talking about smartphone games and stuff? It gave me a bit of a panic, like, oh God, please don't make some sort of touchscreen shitty console, whatever.
Yeah.
That is like that. But Iwata reassured, like the journalist during the question and answer session asked, so why are you bringing that up today? He said, oh, well, no, we just wanted to let you know. Well, I'll play a sound clip.
The NX, our next generation platform, is not directly related to the collaboration. Then the question on why did we make this announcement when it's not directly related? That is because I wanted to communicate that Nintendo will be progressing with the video game dedicated devices with passion.
So what he's saying basically is he wanted to bring it up today to let people know they're still focused on basically their base, their console gamer
Right.
base.
They're not moving into more of like a smartphone direction. They're just expanding.
Exactly. So but actually, you know what? I when I first saw the headlines and read the articles, I was pretty skeptical of all this, and also looked up DNA and the games they've made or they published. They've made some, they've published some. Like I said, they're appear to be shitty cash grab free-to-play microtransaction games. So I was worried. But then I listened to the whole press conference today as I tidied my garage. It was like an hour and a half long. I don't know why I listened to the whole thing. Anyway, I did.
Looks good.
I guess,
Garage, I mean.
No, I know, right? Yeah, it's nice and clean now. Whatever. And I actually came away pretty optimistic about what was announced today. So hopefully this means a membership system for consoles, and hopefully it means that there'll be cool Nintendo games for smartphones, hopefully not free to play. Because I hate that shit. I think most people do. Most gamers hate that shit. People
that stuff can get fucked.
Oh yeah, big time. Okay, we have one more news item.
Well, let's see here. Turkey is thinking of banning Minecraft for violence.
Oh, this bothers me. Because it is not a violent video game.
This is like hurting you on a very personal level, isn't it?
Do you want to read their quote about there? It's on top right there, Becky.
Yeah, it's right here. All right. Although the game can...
Sorry, this is from the Turkish who?
The Turkish Family and Social Policies Ministry.
Okay, so what'd they say?
Mouthful. Although the game can be seen as encouraging creativity in children by letting them build houses, farmlands, and bridges, mobs, hostile creatures, must be killed in order to protect these structures. In short, the game is based on violence.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just stupid.
I mean, it's Turkey. Who knows what the hell goes on over there, right?
I feel like saying that it's based on violence, considering you listed so many things before the violence occurred in that list. Like,
yeah.
And they're not
even a
even
bit of a stretch, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're not even counting the creative part of the game where there are no mobs. You can't die. In fact, you can fly. There's nothing that can kill you.
The thing is, to me, it's hilarious because it's so just out of nowhere and
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. But on the grand scale of things that Turkey is fucking up right now, this is
just a small one.
This is not in the top 1,000.
No.
So, but when I brought up this article, Becky pointed me to a story from 2013 where a kid had brought a gun and a bunch of other shit to school.
I think he said steak knife, a small sledgehammer, a handgun, and a magazine with 6 rounds.
Wow. So he brought a bunch of crazy shit to school to cause some trouble. And how old was the kid?
9.
9. Okay. And then the dad blamed it on Minecraft. I have a little soundbite here from the local news.
It's so ridiculous.
But the boy's father, who didn't want his face shown, told only Eyewitness News his son was acting out scenes from a video game. He says Nicholas played Minecraft all the time.
Every day for about an hour.
Dad says now Minecraft is out.
All his games are going in the garbage.
So I just thought it was funny because the dad sounds like Hank Hill.
He does. And this is something that Hank Hill would do.
I know, right?
Mommy, I'm putting all your games in the garbage.
That Minecraft.
He doesn't even have a grasp on the game. I mean, this is one of my favorite games, and you guys can't see it, but I actually have a Minecraft tattoo on the side of my neck. And when people say Minecraft is violent, I want to get violent on them because it's not.
I'm going to keep that in my back pocket then for next time I want to make you get violent.
I mean, there is like a tiny quote unquote element of violence in the game, being that you do have to kill creepers and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's just so small in the great and grand scheme of things. And it's like if your kid has issues with differentiating fiction from reality, when that fiction is like a world entirely composed of cubes, where the enemies are little tiny cube monsters. Like, if your kid can't comprehend like the difference between that and reality, maybe the issue is not with the game.
No, I think the comprehension issue is not the kids; it's the dads.
It's the dads. It's the parents.
It's just funny to me that you always hear all these articles about different groups blaming video game violence on different games for this, and that. It's just funny to hear these two different stories about people blaming Minecraft for violence. It's just kind of funny. I don't know. I don't really have I'm not going anywhere with it, but
it makes me laugh because it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
And there's absolutely no basis for it.
I don't know. People will just, find something to blame. Find something to have a problem with. And
the reporter didn't hold up the microphone to the dad and be like, "So how did your child get access to a gun?"
Or a sledgehammer? Or like a steak knife? Like that's a lot of weapons to bring to school.
My baby could probably get access to a steak
knife.
Yeah,
steak knife is probably just sitting in the cutting board, but...
A sledgehammer? I'm a little curious about that one.
It's more
just
like,
in the garage.
Why is your gun not in a lockbox? Why is it not in a safe?
The dad is not getting charged because his gun, the firing pin, had been removed. So that was his version of safety for the gun, was to remove the firing pin.
For his 9-year-old.
But that's not whatever. Anyway, so that's the story. That Minecraft's super violent, so just watch out. Watch your kids.
Those creepers are going to come get you. And there's Endermen. They coo like doves.
God, kids are just dumb sometimes.
I know, right?
That's also what I got from that article.
Yeah, how
kids
did this
are just
kid get taken alive?
Stupid.
Why did this fucking kid allow himself to get taken alive is my question. What a pussy.
Obviously, he had so many weapons on him that he could have defended himself.
If you're going to go in, with a steak knife and a sledgehammer and a gun and shit, I mean, you go down and fight. You don't get taken. That's school violence 101 right there. And maybe this kid's playing too much Minecraft. He needs to do some research on how to actually, be a violent psychopath.
I think the biggest thing I took from it is that the news station or the journalist didn't even bother to look what Minecraft was, and they just kind of went along with the dad.
I don't
know.
That's
the way a lot of people report on video games.
Yeah,
that's exactly. Exactly.
And it's like, well, a lot of times when they talk about like GTA, they're like, they know it's a violent one. They just kind of went along like Minecraft was a violent game. And I'm like, did you even like Google it? Like, go Google this right now.
No, to me, now that it's occurred to me this kid was taken alive, that's what I'm pissed off about in the story. That's just fucked up. Okay. All right. We're going to break for a little bit, and we'll be back in a second with the halftime checkup with Sarah Peters. All right, it's the halftime checkup with Sarah Peters, who is here to fact check us and tell us what we got wrong. How's it going, Sarah?
It's going pretty good. And so for today's shitstorm of a halftime, in the Xbox One hardware sales increase, it shows that they're picking up because of the drop price, and it's various bundles by $50 each was the drop rate price. And let's see, Xbox One hardware sales, they saw an 84% increase in sales.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't need my notebook after all.
No, you're shit without it.
I peaked so early.
You're a piece of shit. Anyways. And it didn't offer a figure for Xbox One consoles, though, that were sold to consumers. So this actually just reflects the figures for Xbox One consoles sold to the retail channel, which is a figure that's just shy of about 10 million units. And
this is since when?
This has been over the month of February.
10 million in February?
No,
really?
no, just kidding.
Fact checking, not checking her facts.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Maybe the ombudsman for our ombudsman.
Yeah, I don't know that.
You just wrote down a bunch of numbers. So you didn't know what they meant.
I'm fucking
just
sorry.
copy pasted numbers from all over the goddamn internet.
I'm fucking sorry. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Okay.
Apparently not.
I don't. I just figured out how to make toast. My God.
I feel like none of us know what we're doing with our life. We're podcasting out of a garage.
That's
hey,
very
shut
true.
up. It's a great garage.
Well, there's alcohol, so it's an awesome garage.
Right.
That's where I
It's actually a
stand
pretty
on
nice
this.
garage. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, right? Jesus.
It's got a nice little entertainment section. Everything's nice here.
I know.
It's a good place. Microsoft also says that the Xbox One sales in the US have more than tripled since the price drop. Okay, my apologies. There we go. It's since the price drop.
Since
So
the price, 10 million since the price
drop.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I knew I had. See?
Still sounds like a lot.
God, Alex, at least I don't forget my notes. All right. So, yeah. So since its price drop. And they're guessing that the number that's actually been sold to consumers is about 5 million to 7 million units.
Okay, gotcha.
And currently, the Xbox One led the generation console sales in the US for the past 2 weeks.
The next generation console sales?
Yeah. And which is kind of a milestone for Xbox One right now because it's been outsold by the PS4 every month since both consoles launched.
Right, because people were so pissy about the Xbox One originally having DRM.
So it's pulled ahead and just since March started?
That'd be the past 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, because the article that I was reading that said that 3DS was sitting up top was last updated in the month of February.
Okay.
So if Xbox is in the lead right now, they pulled up quickly from the bottom of the bracket to the top in the span of a month.
Yeah, that makes sense, though, because, I mean, basically, they're basically the cheapest next-gen console. I wouldn't count the Wii U in that category.
It's in its own category.
It's in its own weird category.
So special.
And I don't know, if you've been sitting on the fence waiting, now's the time.
Also, tax return.
That too, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have money.
For those people who are responsible and did it when they should have done
Filed
it.
their taxes early. I didn't get a tax
accountant.
return this year. I had to pay money.
Oh,
Because I have
bummer.
my own business, so I had it. I had it in the savings account, but I got to see that savings account go bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you really know how many fucking taxes you pay. That when you have to save it and then pay it.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
That's why I'm married to an accountant. He just does all that.
Man. All right. Anyway, go ahead, Sarah.
All right. And for the next section, that involves disodium, because it's DNA.
What?
DNA.
NA is
DNA.
like the abbreviation for
For
sodium on
sodium.
the periodic
Salt.
table of elements.
Disodium.
Oh, there's so many other ways you could have gone with that. I'm surprised you went the sodium route.
Why?
I don't know.
I date a chemist. So there's that.
All right.
All right. So bringing its IPs to smartphone games. Nintendo saying that it was going to create new titles from the ground up. So that's kind of, I fact checked that for you, and of course that's.
Of course, it was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Thanks. Yep.
Sorry. And to ensure the quality of the game experience. And going back to what you guys were talking about with having games that are meant for console being translated to phone games, I found that RPGs, as I think Becky was saying, they tend to translate pretty well. The old school kind of RPGs.
Oh, that was Alex.
Yeah, those
that
are
was
the ones that I've been
Alex.
playing. They
Mhm.
translate
Yeah.
pretty well, but they oftentimes add like really extraneous, stupid little features that you can pay additional money for,
Oh.
which
Yeah.
is my qualm with them.
Yeah.
But they do play all right because of how simple the controls are.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Have you played any, Sarah, yourself?
yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but there was this whole series I was playing for a while, and it was like, God, what was it? It's like Dragon something.
Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest?
I don't know. Maybe that might be it.
You don't remember? You played Dragon Quest? You don't fucking remember
I
it?
don't know.
If Dragon Quest is available for phones, I'm getting on that.
Oh, no.
on Steam?
Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3 are available, and they just came out recently. They've been coming out like every few months.
Oh, no.
4 might be available now.
I just finished playing Sentinels of the Starry Sky like last month.
Oh, nice. I think 5 might even be available. And I know 7, not 7, 8, the PlayStation 2 version is available
Yeah,
too.
no, this
fucking
is
love
not what I
Dragon
played at all.
Quest.
No.
Okay.
No. It was something else, and it was actually like years ago. So it was not the smartphones. It was like back when like it was a flip phone, the Lotus, if you know what the Lotus
Okay, so
was.
you're not even talking about the same thing. We asked you if you played smartphone games.
Well,
You're talking about flip phone games.
I thought it was smart.
That's fucked. No, that's fucked.
Well, I've also, I think there's some other ones I played too that have been alright that have been on the smartphone too.
The only one I ever played was The Sims, and it did not translate
That was
well.
horrible.
It was
Oh, yeah.
awful. And I love The Sims, and
No.
it was just no.
That's a shame.
And I played some of those shitty sim phone games too.
Really? They're that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking bad.
Jeez.
The Sims games
I
are
guess
like
I really hate them.
They're PC.
epitome
They
of
should stay
awful.
on the PC. I've tried the console versions, don't like them.
they're horrible. Just PC Sims and that's it.
It's just not suited for console controls. I
No.
played
It isn't.
3 on 360.
I tried it. I just didn't like it, and you can get cheat codes when you're playing on the PC. So that's
All right. One last thing, getting back here to the core of this. They did say that their main goal here is not to flood the market with the vast numbers of new games, and that they want to have their approach be qualitative rather than quantitative. So they might not have a lot of games they're coming out with for the phone, but they want each one to be well made and
Yeah.
well designed and suited for the phone.
I believe that. Because Nintendo, obviously, in waiting this long, is very cautious about it. So I believe that. My concern is them making free-to-play games. The last thing I want to do is download a goddamn Mario game and pay for, World 4.
I think it's.
Do you want to go to World 4? Oh, you need 5,000 coins, or you can pay $4.
Or you have to wait like 30 minutes after you beat a level to play a new level, unless you pay $1.
I don't believe.
Or ask your friends.
And apparently, these DNA games, like that's like that's their MO. That's how they operate. So that doesn't mean anything. I mean, basically, Nintendo went to a partner to help them enter the market. Doesn't mean that those features are going to be the same for Nintendo games. I'm just saying. That's what initially worried me.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it.
Yeah, that is all.
Okay, well, we're going to have you stick around to join us for our conversations for the second half of the show. Yay! Just some random stuff to talk about, nothing major.
I exist.
Yeah, you do exist.
Oh my goodness.
So I came across this story about a guy who went dumpster diving in GameStop's in a GameStop dumpster, and then made this video about it with his cell phone, about all the shit he was finding, and then was whining about it. Well, you actually, know what? You can listen to it. You can listen to it right now. This guy dumpster dived and is really pissed off that they slashed the discs and destroyed the equipment.
What is up, guys? I am here at a wonderful GameStop dumpster. Look at all these games that they throw away. So here's something I want to figure out. GameStop, I have a question for you. Let's use this bag as an example. Why is it that you throw away all of your items instead of donating them to kids? Let's say we got Madagascar. You could donate
Why do you
this to
do
a
that?
hospital. You've cut the disc. Let's say we got Ninja Gaiden. You've cut the disc. Battlefield.
Now
You've cut the disc.
he's showing the discs.
SOCOM.
And the cuts down the discs while he's
glad you
doing
cut
this.
the disc. Call of Duty, cut the disc. MLB, cut the disc. Mass Effect, cut the disc.
And we get the fucking
You
point.
cut the
They cut the discs.
on every single disc there is. And I even found Grand Theft Auto 5 in here.
Shit.
That is a new game.
Oh,
Why
shit,
would you
dude.
cut the disc? Halo, cut the disc. GameStop. Power to the players? Really?
Has this guy
Why don't
never
you go ahead
worked
and show everybody
retail?
else what you're doing as well.
Yeah, right? I've never worked retail, and even I know this is what they do.
I've worked a lot of retail, and this is exactly what they do. And they do it because these products are probably defective.
Right. Yeah.
They utterly destroy them, because if anybody were to put that defective Grand Theft Auto 5 into their console and ruin it, GameStop would have been liable.
Yeah, they do it because creepers like this dive in GameStop dumpsters looking for free shit. And that's exactly what he was doing. So let's play the second part of this clip. This is a little bit later. He's gone over all the cords he found that were cut, and he actually found something he wanted to keep too.
You buy your games cheap, you sell your games high, and you're cheap. This. I can actually probably still use this.
That's a little keyboard for an Xbox 360 controller, I think.
There's no way for you to cut the cord. Point being,
oh my gosh.
Let's see, what's the most expensive item you have in here? Turtle Beaches. Did you? Yes, you cut the cord. What is wrong with you people? You can donate this. You can give this to people. You can give this to hospitals. You can actually write that off as a tax write-off. You know what? You may have cut the Turtle Beaches, but I can splice that cable. It's a good thing I know electrical engineering.
Oh my god, this guy's such a fucking tool bag.
I know. It's a good thing he knows electrical engineering. He can splice a cable together.
If he knew electrical engineering, why is he dumpster diving?
Yeah, right. I know, right? If you're an electrical engineer, you're making plenty of money where dumpster diving is not really on your to-do list.
Let me tell you, I'm in the engineering department at my university, and if you're a graduate from that program, you're not dumpster diving.
No, I imagine you're not.
Unless you're very unpersonable, which is sounds like it might
So
be.
again, this is an older story. You may or may not have seen the video. I just thought it was funny because GameStop responded to this in a message on Facebook. And in the message, they said, "Hey, GameStop fans, we completely agree with suggestions of donating games or accessories to charitable organizations. We do that routinely with our partners, with Ronald McDonald House, charities, blah, 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 and St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Regarding the dumpster video, hold on, I got to turn the page. It is our company practice to discard or destroy products that are damaged, defective, or no longer work, or cannot be repaired. It added, it is our understanding that this was the case with the products shown in the video."
And I can say yes that they do, because when I was a child, I was in some of those places for health issues, and they do donate things like that all the time.
Really?
So I don't know why this guy's being a total douche.
Yeah, if they have excess inventory, they'll find a lot of great ways to get rid of it. And they'll like ship it to other GameStops, they'll donate it, but they don't just throw out like a perfectly good next gen game.
No, they're a business. They're going to make money or they're going to donate it.
Yeah, if they find out that you threw away a perfectly good Grand Theft Auto 5, you're going to get fired.
Right.
So there's no way that thing was in working condition.
Right. And here's my thing. Number one, even if it was, it's their fucking right. They own they own that shit. They can have a little game burning party for all I care. They own that inventory. They can do whatever the hell they want. Now, I'm not saying that's what they should do, but if I were,
witness.
Yeah, you know, it'd be hilarious to watch. There's a bunch of GameStop employees like dancing around like a fire.
They just throw like a bunch of old PS2 games and like Game Boy Advance games into a bonfire and do some chants.
And this little electrical engineer guy is like crying across the street. Just actually, no, he'd be outraged. And I also think it's funny is that little Xbox 360 keyboard he found. You know that motherfucker's not going to walk into a children's hospital and donate that shit. He's keeping that.
Yeah, of course he is.
Right?
You could donate this. Oh, what's this? Oh, this one's nice.
I'm going to take this home. I'm going to fix these turtle beaches. I'm going to go fix them and give them to a children's hospital, dick.
It's like someone should go into his house and be like, you have leftover pizza. Why did you not donate that to
Right.
the
I mean,
homeless
grocery
shelter?
stores throw out old food that's probably still edible by some people.
Oh, yeah.
Every retail store does this. And I'm sure that, you know, most of the people listening to this agree with this point. I just thought it was funny. I'll link this video, the YouTube videos. It's kind of funny. The guy shows his face too, and he is just a total tool. I don't know.
Did he have a neck beard?
No, he was like kind of like one of those clean cut tools, you know, with a weird nerdy voice. He wasn't an engineer.
I want to put like "cut the cord" on a bumper sticker.
Cut the disc. Oh, look, it's cut the disc. Cut the disc. Cut the disc. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
I'll put him on a T-shirt wearing his new Turtle Beaches and cut the cord at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, we should, you know what? We should sell those on our website.
Turtle Beaches?
You're an artist, Alex. Draw the picture and we'll sell them.
Do it.
Let's talk about Starships.
Okay, so last week we talked about Starships, and Becky is working on a review of Starships for the website, like a written review. But kind of want to ask your initial impressions of Starships, having played it for like a day.
This makes me so sad.
This is Sid Meier's Starships on PC,
through Steam,
Mac, and is also on iPad.
Yeah. I love the Civ games. I've been playing them since I was a kid. Civ 2 was my first, and I was really excited to play this. And the cutscenes are beautiful. The music's beautiful. The colors are beautiful. And then you start playing and it's like Civ 2 all over again with the graphics. And it is kind of disappointing and it makes me sad.
What's gameplay like, though? I don't mind bad graphics for a $15 game as long as gameplay holds up.
Not very good. There's not a lot of explanation if you've never played it before. It doesn't run like Civ. It's completely different.
Is it real time?
That was kind of the point, though.
Yeah, it's completely different, but they don't give an explanation of what to do. I can figure it out, but if you're just brand new playing it, you have no clue what's going on. And they're like, go for it. You're going to destroy a ship. But how? See these little buttons at the bottom of the screen that are like this big?
Yeah.
Pick one of them. So I haven't played it a lot, so I'll keep playing it. It reminds me, like I said, of Civ 2 with the graphics. It also reminds me of Battlestar Galactica, but without Katie Sackhoff. So makes me kind of.
She was your favorite character in that show?
I love.
Wait, was she Starbuck?
You're like, that's a deal
Starbuck.
breaker.
Oh yeah, she's my favorite.
I mean, she was all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's good.
I really dug. The guy who became like, I don't want to say any spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Gaius
Baltar.
Gaius
Baltar. I love him.
That's the best character in Battlestar Galactica.
It's more of a with the Civ games, it was smoother, obviously, and this has just a bit of the Civ 2 in it. The graphics, like I said, are really, really disappointing. Like,
okay, so no, are they just?
Okay.
Go ahead, Sarah.
I have a question as far as that goes. So, it's a high budget game. This company is.
No. It's not necessarily a high budget game.
It's from a company that has been around for a while that everybody loves because of the Civilization series.
It's a $15 game, so they're kind of saying up front.
What I meant though is that it's been around for a while and whatnot.
No, the game just was actually just
not the game.
Oh, the game company.
The game company.
Yeah.
And why would they take a step back in graphics? I don't understand.
That's
Probably to keep it cheap, but I think that doesn't necessarily make a bad game.
I got the impression from when I read about it is they kind of approached it like an indie game. Like it was kind of started off as kind of.
It felt very indie when I was playing it, but not in a good way.
So now, okay, let's make a distinction here. Are you talking now? Obviously, the graphics may not look great, but are you more frustrated by the interface? Is that your problem?
Yeah, the interface is really difficult because. Again, with the graphics, it's really hard to tell what things are, and the text is super small.
Okay, so it's really kind of a UI design.
Yeah, the UI is really bad. I'm sure I could go in there and play the settings, make it bigger, but really the interface is not as user-friendly as it should be, and that really, really frustrated me. I've only played it for a day, so I'm going to keep playing it.
Well, we'll see if your mind changes.
I hope it does. I would be pleasantly surprised if it did. But after looking at a few of the reviews on Steam, I was a little scared to keep playing because not a lot of happy ones there.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Might have to read those.
Yeah. Well, Alex, we'll make sure you get a copy of the game to talk about it as well.
Woo woo. But I'm excited to see where it may go. I'll probably obviously keep playing it because I like BSG and I like shooting things that look like Cylons. So I'll play. And I'm also disappointed that they're not releasing Civ online MMO in the States. That needs to happen.
I haven't even heard of that till you talked about it.
I'm just really jonesing for a solid tactical sci-fi game that is not StarCraft. I already had my run with StarCraft. I'm looking for something new.
Well, here's another thing. Have you guys played Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion?
Have not.
Oh, if I have some copies of that in my Steam inventory, which I think I do,
I would love
I'll send them to you because that game, that's a solid ass 4X space
solid
game.
Ass.
Yeah.
While we're sitting here, I can actually see Sarah looking at the artwork for the game, and it's gorgeous.
Yep.
But that's the cutscenes, that's the artwork. Then when you start playing,
this is not.
Oh, that's not the game. Oh, okay. Sorry.
This is Sins of a Solar Empire.
It's an awesome game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to play Starships. The reason I had you actually review it is because my brother called me this weekend. He's like, hey, have you got Starships yet? It's kind of like this old Windows game we used to play and this and that. And he was giving it high praise. He has it for the iPad, though, so I don't know if the interface might be different.
There might be a little different. I'll have to take a look at it. Like I said, it's not my final judgment, but I will definitely play it again and keep seeing what's
I'm not
there.
saying you have to like it. That's just my impetus for saying, let's get some.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'll play it on a big screen with nice resolution, see how it goes for me.
Mine's a brand new, monitor and everything, and I was just.
Oh, a brand new monitor and everything. Aren't you special?
And I am special.
And everything.
I'm just trying to figure out what was going on, but I'll give it another go, and we'll see what happens. And my review will be coming out soon on that.
All right. Well, we don't have anything else on the agenda to talk about. Does anybody else have anything on their minds they want to bring up?
Wow, good job.
Has anybody played Ori and the Blind Forest yet?
Ori and the Blind. Is that a new game?
Yes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
you did
want it
mention that.
so badly. It looks amazing.
Okay, so what is this game? Like, what systems is it for?
I think it's for most systems. I can hear squealing looking at the pictures over here.
It's so beautiful.
Who the fuck gave Sarah computers?
It's a platformer.
Fuck up, Ben. You gave it to me.
It's a platformer
It's
for
my baby.
Xbox and Steam. I don't know if it's on the other systems, but I know for those
So
two.
Xbox One
and
sure.
Steam.
And Steam. Okay.
And gorgeous artwork.
Hey Sarah, look up what systems it's for.
Yeah, we need to know that.
I'll give you a job to do.
gorgeous
Instead of looking at
artwork.
screenshots and squealing.
Platformer.
It's a platformer.
It's actually a platformer, yeah. And I was a little nervous when I heard that because I was like, platformer, new game, Xbox One. I don't know how I feel about that because a lot of them have been kind of meh.
A lot of them were just trying to do Limbo and failing miserably.
Yeah. And I've talked to several people. I have a friend who twitches, and he said this is...
Wait. Is that a thing? You call it twitching?
I call it twitching and twitchers because I don't know what else to call them.
Wait, Twitch, that's the video streaming thing.
Yeah, they
Twitch
stream.
TV.
So you
they stream, but I call them twitchers.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
It sounds funny.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
All right,
But
guys, I've
he
got
loves it.
information, by the way.
She's doing her job. Hold on.
What is it?
Me? All right. So it is platform, and it's published by Microsoft, and right now it's for Microsoft Windows, and it's about to be coming out, and Xbox One, and it's about to be Xbox 360 compatible.
Okay.
It's not Steam? I could have sworn it was.
It's not Steam.
Well, Microsoft is not selling it through... It's for PC.
Yeah, so it would...
I mean, yeah.
We'll look it up. But no, I've heard it's great. And he said it was one of the best games he's played in years. And this is a huge gamer. he says, he's like, I laughed. I actually
Like
cried.
huge gamer, like he plays a lot of games where he's very large.
This is his
he's
living.
10 feet tall.
Yeah, he's 10 feet tall, big beard. This is what he does for a living. And he said, I actually cried when the game was over because it was that good. And coming from him, I was like, okay, that's a good review. I think I'm going to have to
Do you
get
think
this.
these are neckbeard tears, or are they actually tears because it was good?
I think they're real tears for him.
I'm always cautious of neckbeard tears.
Neckbeard tears. Like
Neckbeard tears comes with that
crocodile
douchey guy's voice. So that's when I hear him.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay,
But
that sounds
again,
kind of
I wanna play.
promising. I do love indie games with beautiful aesthetics that have like real emotional appeal. Like that's why I love Journey. It's one of my favorite indie games.
And it's gotten rave reviews pretty much everywhere. It's like a 4 out of 5 or a 9 out of 10. Like, I mean, every single place that's rated it has given it rave reviews.
Okay, but if all it is beautiful, then I'm gonna be disappointed.
I've heard but on the beautiful, they said it's a great play. I mean, everything around it. They're like, this is one of the best games that's come out in years.
And Alex, you're the one who said that Bastion is probably one of your favorite games.
Yeah,
okay.
because it was just the full package. Like great soundtrack, great visuals, great gameplay, very emotionally connecting. So
yeah, I'm hoping that this is going to be the next one.
Sweet.
I have some of those.
Interesting.
All right, so looking at Ori again. Sorry, right now I'm looking at Bastion. Looking at Ori, a lot of it's of how good it is and the praise that's been awarded to it comes from its storyline. Apparently, it's got a really engaging and beautiful story. So
that's encouraging.
Yeah, I like story.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I really hope that the controls handle better than a lot of other platforms, like the artsy platforms did. Because when I played Limbo, it was very like floaty and awkward, and I was expecting it to be a lot more
responsive.
smooth. Yeah, a lot more responsive than it was, especially considering how highly people were rating it. So if this game is really as great as it's being made out to be, it should have some pretty sweet controls too.
I'm going to be checking it out this week. It's going to be my video game purchase of the week.
Cool.
I'll let you know about it.
I'll check it out too.
I might check it out as well. It looks really good, and I haven't been interested in that many games for a while. So, well, I mean, I have. I'm a big fan of stories.
Yeah.
Storyline.
I wasn't criticizing you for not being interested in
That
games.
look you gave me was very concerning.
This is my default look. What are you talking about?
Your default face is concerned. Your
This is very
default look is
concerned
all the time. All right. Well, Becky, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll be looking forward to your review of Starships on the site and other articles in the coming weeks. So, Alex, thank you. Sarah, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, see you guys next time.
Bye.